Hello and welcome to those endless mysteries. Today we have a couple of Skinwalker encounters to go over, with each one being as strange as the other, at least in their own ways. Now I have somewhat of a sore throat today, so if I sound a little off, I apologize up front on this one. So let's get on into it then. This first sighting comes out of Arizona from May of 2014. Now the witness stated that he has a small ranch outside of Flagstaff, Arizona, and that back in May of 2014, he came across a creature that had to be a skinwalker. Now he says that it was mid-afternoon and he was going to check on his fences in his back pasture when he caught a glimpse of what he thought was a large coyote or wolf, saying that he hadn't had much trouble with predators over the past few years, and that he didn't want to start now either. So he says that he turned around and went back to his house. Then grabbing his rifle, then he headed back out to the back pasture. While riding back, he says that he once again saw the wolf or coyote, saying that he picked up his rifle and took aim. Now, while looking through the scope, he says that he could tell it was a large wolf for sure. Now, he says that this is when it really got weird, saying that when this wolf turned and looked at him, it just dropped to the ground, not giving him a shot at all. With him keeping his scope on this creature, or on what little he says that it was letting him see at this point, with this wolf picking its head up every now and then, looking right at the witness for just a half second or so. Then right back down its head would go, says the witness. So has this wolf been shot or something before? Maybe knowing what a rifle in a human's hands can do. Wolves are smart, but for one of them to know to be afraid of a human with a rifle, which is not totally unheard of. So the witness says that he started walking towards this wolf, and that the wolf was also moving back from him as much as he thought it could possibly move. But the witness says that he was closing in on the wolf. He says that he has never seen an animal act like this before. It knew what it was doing, says the witness. Now the witness says that the creature was moving back when the witness thought he had a shot. Now as the witness fired, missing the wolf only by a few inches, he says that the wolf took off running parallel to the fence, with it taking a leap in midair. The witness says that this creature turned into a large and very fast cat. Maybe a mountain lion, said the witness. He says that he was very confused over what he had just seen. It changed, and I saw it change right in midair. It was as if this creature jumped out of the wolf skin and jumped into the skin of a mountain lion, saying that it was fast. As soon as it jumped, it started changing, with it being a very large cat as it landed. It was so strange, says the witness, saying that if he hadn't seen it for himself, that he wouldn't have believed something could do that. I've heard of skinwalkers before, he says, but I never thought I would see one myself, the witness stated. I don't know how many animals these creatures can turn into, but he knew that this one could do two animals, and if they are men and women to start out as, then that makes three things, saying the witness. that this has really freaked him out. Now it said that skinwalkers are shamans and witches that had sold their souls to evil. So to have this ability to shapeshift into multiple animals and even other people, it is said. But almost every sighting that I have heard of has been of an animal sighting. So I don't know if they can change into someone else or not. I do know of one shapeshifter that is said to be able to take the form of other humans. I think he is known as the Kushnaka or Otter Man of Alaska. So what do you think the witness saw that afternoon? Was it a skinwalker or could it have been something else? So give us a big thumbs up and drop a comment down below and let me know what you are thinking on this one. Also, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe and notification bell so that you can keep up with all of our latest videos. So now moving on, this next sighting also comes from just outside of Flagstaff, Arizona, from August of 2010. The witness says that him and his wife was driving to Las Vegas from Flagstaff, with him saying that they had been arguing for most of the day. So the witness asked his wife to pull over so that he could get some fresh air, as he put it, with him walking to the back of the car. Now leaning up against the car and lighting a cigarette, trying to get calmed back down, while staring down the road that they had just came up. He noticed something on the edge of his vision. It looked like a person walking up the road, but he thought to himself, it couldn't be a person. They hadn't passed anyone, and why would anyone be walking here in the desert? Saying that it had to be over 110 degrees that day. No one in their right mind would be out there. Then he thought that maybe they had just broken down or something, and that he couldn't see their car. But maybe they saw them sitting there. So he kept watching and said to his wife that someone is walking up the road towards them. Next he says that he noticed that this person must be running, saying that the person was getting closer very fast. This is when he says that he noticed that something wasn't right. It was closing on them too fast to be a person. Then he said that he noticed this creature's hands. They weren't human looking, with this thing looking to be covered with old rags or something, with him saying now that maybe it was even old animal skins that it was wearing. So he says that he ran and opened the car door, telling his wife to start the car and drive. So his wife started the car and threw it into drive and hit the gas. Now the witness turned to her and said that wasn't a person, that he doesn't know what it is. Now the witness says that by the time the car started moving, the creature was almost upon them. This thing was fast, says the witness. The car was up to 40 miles an hour when this strange hand reached into the driver's window and grabbed his wife's shirt. He says that he was trying to get this creature off of his wife while telling her to floor it. At this point, she was truly freaking out, with this creature letting out almost a roaring sound as his wife was screaming as loud or louder than this creature. Now he was saying that he was trying to pry off this hand or paw looking thing from his wife's shirt, saying that finally the creature's hand came off of his wife and that they sped off. At this moment they both were in tears over what they had just experienced. Now the witness says that he is sure about one thing. This creature wasn't normal. It was some kind of demon, he says. You hear about skinwalkers here, but you don't believe in them. A person that can change into another animal is not supposed to exist. Not in the real world, he says. Now the witness and his wife states that they will never pull over in the desert again. Now this creature's face and body was covered with what looked to be old rags or animal skins. That the only thing he saw of this creature was its strange looking hands. They were very large with hair covering them. Now the fingers was just weird, he says, with long leathery skin. Not human skin at all, says the witness. With it also having a quarter to a half-inch long claws that ripped his wife's shirt as it was grabbing her. With them both being terrified and shaken after this encounter, he says. So I wonder, was this a skinwalker? Sounds like it might have been, but in some kind of human/animal form, so it could move very fast, but still have hands and fingers, even though they might have looked strange and weird to him. So what do you think on this one? Drop me a comment down below and let me know. Also, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe and notification bell so you can keep up with all of our latest videos. Now, if you have the time, jump on over to teesprings.com/stores/those-endless-mysteries, where you can find some nice and fun t-shirts among other items. So till next time, have a great day, and thanks for watching those endless mysteries.